Marvin Williams. At center, Cody Zeller. At shooting guard, Nicholas Batum. At the other guard position, Terry Rozier. The head coach of the visiting team is James Moran.
And now, introducing the Boston Celtics!
At shooting guard, at 6'6", number 7, Jaylen Brown. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 20, Gordon Hayward. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 11, Enes Kanter. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 0, Jason Tatum. The other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 8, Kemba Walker. Your head coach is Brad Stevens. Let's hear it for your Boston Celtics.
And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. DA, it's all.
Guys, Celtics coach Brad Stevens is known for his play calling. LeBron James said he has so many different wrinkles. You've got to keep your head on a swivel. He'll run something you've never seen before. But Stevens said, honest to God, I've stolen everything we've ever done from somebody else. Kevin?
I love his honesty. All right, thank you, DA. And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Friday, they'll begin a long road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Williams and Zeller make up the front court. Batum is out there with Rozier, and it's Bridges in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum and Kanter together down low. And it's Walker in at the 1.
For so long, the Hornets have been a perimeter-oriented team. Chris, now they need to find an impact big man.
Yeah, well, Jay, remember, they did have a couple of good years with Al Jefferson where he was a force inside, but that was the last time the team made the playoffs. More balance in their attack would do wonders for this offense.
And here is Rozier. On the wing, Batum. Here's Zeller. He drains the turnaround jump shot.
He has great body control for a big man. Zeller takes the hit, but keeps on finishing.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
Well, the former Tar Heel Marvin Williams isn't a primary offensive weapon on this team, but he can chip in with some solid shooting when other options are taken away.
C-Web, as you mentioned, for Williams, he can shine if teams don't focus on him.
Yeah, Kevin, and he's always had a smooth skill set near the basket. Solid enough shooter from range to make you pay if you leave him alone.
Now, here's Walker. Tries it from the top of the key. Hayward can't hit.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Rozier. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
And Walker kicks to Tatum. 1:56 left to play in the first. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
An elite mid-range shooter. That's what he is. Even back in high school, Tatum will always have this in his arsenal.
Pass to Rozier. At the elbow, Williams. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock. Batum wide open. He fires. Misses the 3.
Yeah, and the Celtics had their issues last season, Kevin, but in the end, they lost to a super team. I mean, the East has just gotten better, led by Toronto and the Bucks. That's a big challenge for Boston.
And here is Rozier, following Jaylen Brown's 3. Batum against Brown. Batum, good.
That's just years of experience coming into play. Batum's aggressiveness and basketball savvy, I mean, it puts defenders in difficult spots.
Outside Tatum. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
Now, here's Rozier. Now the pass to Williams. Over Walker. The shot by Williams, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Hayward outside. There's the dish to Walker. Brown outside. Off target from three-point range.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
Tie game in Boston. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
On the floor for Charlotte, Rozier and Monk, they're the backcourt. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 3 spot. And it's Rozier missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
Here's Monk after the basket by Boston. Tipped away and stolen by Williams. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
Now, the length of kick, Gilchrist, that's what allows him to catch up with these shots. A sensational shot blocker from behind.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Daniel Tice is checked in for Robert Williams. Tatum comes in for Williams. Brown is checked in for Shemi Ojeleye. And Walker subbed in for Langford. The Hornets also changing it up. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Bridges comes in for Washington. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. Now here's Walker. No points in the game yet for him. The three. Bridges with the board. The Hornets trail. Left side, Batum. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's guarded closely. Shoots the three. And Nicholas Batum with the three. Batum's got 5 now.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, Greg, it's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now, here's Tatum. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
Now Monk. Three-pointer. And that one released in time, but no good.
Coming out of college, Tatum showed inconsistent intensity on defense, but he's made great strides in that area.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Hornets ahead, up by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine. I thought we did look a little gassed at the end of that first stint for some of our starters, but I thought for the most part it was good.
Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq, and the first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. And it's just about time now for the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick, and as a guard, offensive player, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs they just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rules. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for the Celtics. Hayward at small forward with Tatum at the 4. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. And it's Cantor in at the center position.
When his three-point shooting improved a few years ago, Walker's career, that's when his game went to a whole new level.
Batum passes to Williams. Here's Rozier. Bridges with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shot clock at 6. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Shot by Zeller, no good. Boston trailing.
Well, the big question heading into the offseason for the Hornets was if they'd keep Kemba Walker.
Yeah, you're right, GA, and it seemed unlikely for Kemba to stay, and that was the case. Losing a leader like him hurts, but now this team can rebuild from the ground up.
Rozier against Walker. And the basket by Rozier. Rozier's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Walker dishes to Hayward. Brown kicks to Hayward. And Hayward at the stuff.
Once Hayward gets downhill, it's over. Nice burst to the bucket.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. Rozier looking around. He dishes it to Batum. Back to Zeller. Charlotte moving the ball around. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Enes Kanter.
Oh, it's fun watching Zeller work on different parts of his game. His pump fake is hard not to bite on.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. The Hornets also changing it up. Washington's checked in for Williams. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Malik Monk in for Rozier. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
A little bit shaky at the line there. I mean, he did the important part and got him in front.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Tice finds Williams. Out to the right wing. Right side, Smart. For the lead, over Monk. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, and you see Smart really developing those hesitations, hands up and up fakes. Becoming very crafty out there.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And converted more than 4 out of every 5 free throw attempts last year. So just solid at the line.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
At 6'4", 220 pounds, Marcus Smart might be the most physically imposing point guard in the league, especially with his fiery approach to the game.
He doesn't get the second one.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Tie game in Boston. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Talked about it in the pregame. We have to play with game awareness and poise. Run back on defense. Get great shots down here every single possession.
And that message, you can tell, GA, all about quality and efficiency.
Yeah, and when they get stops on defense, Coach Stevens wants to make sure they are taking great shots.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court for Charlotte, Washington out there with Michael Kidd Gilchrist. Then there's Hernan Gomez. Then there's Batum, and it's Monk in at the point guard position. Kidd Gilchrist, no luck.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Here's Smart. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
You better get your money's worth with Marcus Smart. I mean, that ticky-tack stuff won't phase him.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Semi Ojeleye. And it's Kemba Walker in for Langford.
Marcus Smart.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball game.
Passes to Monk. And he banks in the layup.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Walker sinks the 15-footer. Walker's got the lead up to 3 now for Boston.
What concentration from the wily guard. Walker getting the best of the defense that time.
Now, here's Monk, guarded by Walker. Monk's shot's good.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Oh, yeah, they're expanding a ton of focus and energy at the offensive end, but at the defensive end, it is just the opposite.
Williams, that's good.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
And the Hornets call time here. They're trailing by 3. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Some changes for Boston. Enes Kanter's checked in for Williams. Tatum comes in for Daniel Tice. And Gordon Hayward's is subbed in for Williams. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Biyombo is checked in for Hernan Gomez. Williams comes in for Washington. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. We'll see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
From deep three-point range.
I love the way Walker plays defense. He gets right in the grill of his man.
Out to the right wing. And the 3 off target. Hornets trail by 3. 58 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Walker. To the middle. Here's Kanter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first personal foul.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Some changes for Charlotte. Cody Zeller comes in for Biyombo, and it's Batum in for Malik Monk. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
They get what they want out of that trip, now a 2-possession game.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rozier, the pass to Williams. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, I love how Williams stays ready. No matter what point of the game it is, he's prepared to take the big shot.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're in front by 3. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Smart on the wing. Boston again missing. Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbounds, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter. And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very